Okay, this is the first step of getting these door windows the same height as the quarter windows. The first thing I'm trying to do is clean up all the paint around the edge. And using a drill with one of these paint remover discs. It actually worked pretty good. Took the paint, but doesn't take any metal. So that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scribe a straight line right this way, and then 90-degree line up this way, and then 90 degrees right straight across, and then 90 straight down. Okay? And then I'm going to take that piece, this whole section right here, and I'm going to try to take it out. And I'm also going to have to cut it on the inside here, and all along here, and along here, because this whole piece has to come out. This has to be moved up, so I have to cut it here, not only in the back but in here too. And to get it to re-weld it, I have to have some more room. And now this is going to have to be moved up too. So what I'm going to have to do before I weld this, I gotta have to cut this out. I already scribed the line. Scribe the line right straight down through there, right down through here, up over there and straight out. So this section will come out. Then I'll be able to get at this and weld that. I'll have to put this piece in last, because this is just a surface weld right here, and that'd be easy. I can do that. That's no problem. And this will be out of the way. I can cut that. So what I'm going to do is cut this, get this out of the way first, so I can get down in here and cut under here, and cut it around. Then flip the door over, cut the other side off, and take the door skin out right around the window. But it's going to leave this part here intact, and the upper part up here all still intact. The track is going to stay the same. This is where the window track goes. That'll stay the same. This is major surgery, but it's needed. I mean, looks are everything on a hot rod. It's like an A-gasser. They got to be jacked up in the front. You get an A-gasser that's not jacked up, it just don't look right. Okay, I just cut this piece out. Alright. Now that gives me access to right in here to cut out the front half now. And I got to keep the line straight, so when I put the piece in there that takes up the room, the difference in room, like I'm moving this up 1 3/4 inches, so that piece that I put in there, the straighter that I can keep the cut, the easier it's going to be able to get that piece to match up. I can just cut two, just get a one straight piece and weld it in. If the line's all over the place, well then I got to change the piece I'm putting in there, the extension, to match. So I got to keep it as straight as possible. Alright, step one is done. Okay, I got it cut along here up to there. I haven't cut it along that scribed line yet, but I have to go over there. I got it cut to there. The wheel, I got to get a smaller wheel cutter to get in this corner. And cut along here, and then along the top edge. So I got three sides almost done. Just gotta, unfortunately, right here, this is where there's a, where am I? Right there. This is where there's a screw to hold the top piece on, and the wheel cutter went right through it. Over here it's just to the side, so there's a little bit, and you can see this one's down lower, but this one here, it's sliced right through it. There's not going to be much left. So what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to weld a little piece of steel on the back of this and drill and tap it. That's what they call a PEM. A PEM. It's a PEM. They come in all different sizes, all different threads. And what it is just a little piece of metal that presses in that's threaded, and I sliced right through it. So I'll have to fix that, and then I'll finish cutting this corner. And then when I cut along that side, then I can flip it over and cut the underside, the other side, the outside skin, and then that'll then this window section will drop out, and I'll be able to chop it, shorten it up, and then make up the pieces that are going to extend it, you know, to make it narrower. Because right up in here, if I move the top, I think the top was going to go down 3/4 of an inch. So I would put a strip, a 3/4 inch strip here, and weld it on this side, and then on the other side, 3/4 inch strip, I'll weld that, and that'll move this down. Same thing down here. Down here, it's going to be 1.25 inches. So I'll get a piece 1.25 inches wide, weld it to that, and then this will weld to the other side 1.25 inches. And of course I'll chop it here and take out the section in the middle, and that'll make the door window the same as the rear quarter window, and I won't be touching the channel. The channel will stay the same length. The door is going to stay the same height. I'm just moving the window opening, you know. That's basically it. But I got to stop now. It's 9 o'clock. It's really not too late. But the other people in the house they got to go to work tomorrow, so they've gone to bed to get some sleep. So I can't be grinding down here and banging and stuff. So I'm gonna have to put a stop to it for tonight. Anywho, all right. So that's what I got. You know, just about, I don't know, a little over half hour's worth of work. It won't take too long. With the big wheel cutter, this one here, with that one, it's pretty good. The little Dremel, these aren't the reinforced cutting discs. They're just the regular grinding stone discs, and they wear out real quick. Those would be better because they cut a real thin slice. These are 40 thousandths, but they still cut out a good sized piece. So. Alright, we'll continue on this tomorrow. Get this one done. And that would be cool. Alright. Okay. Just stuck in a little corner, right? Alright. There it is. So what I'm going to do now is chop this, make it smaller, put it back in, and fill the gap, because this here has to be probably right about there. It said it was right about that much higher. So I got to put a piece in here to fill that up. Cut this, bring this back down because the top piece has to come down about a 7/8 of an inch, and this has to come up about 1.25 inches. And that'll give me the door window opening the same as the rear quarter window. So, no turning back now. Okay, there's the lower piece tacked in. Okay, you can see just a whole bunch of tack welds, and then I'm just going to go over them. I'm going to try to TIG weld it in. I'm going to just try to fill it with the TIG, and but you can see now they're right about the same height. So you know, right about the same height, which is what I wanted. In fact, I'm gonna go get the top piece up here. Maybe I'll put some duct tape and drop it down so it's as high as the back quarter window, and we'll get a better idea of what it's gonna look like when it's all done. Hold on. Okay, there's the top piece is just kind of pressed in there, and I just put a little bit of tape to fill the gap. But that's what the chop looks like. Now that ain't bad. Now let's look at the other side, and you'll see. You can see the difference. That's what it looks like without the modification. You know, not bad looking, but if you come over on this side, now I got the window a little bit smaller, and it looks just a little bit cooler, you know. I think it's going to look real good. All right, coming out. Awesome. Let me get back to work. Okay, top piece is tacked in. Don't look too bad. Actually, I'm sure all the rat rodders out there will like it. I'll say leave it just like that with all the tack welds. But yeah, it don't look bad. I like it. It makes the roof, even though I didn't chop the roof anymore, it makes the roof look chopped more, you know, because now the window is just a hair smaller, and it matches. It's pretty much, well, I don't know if it matches identical, but I mean it's more the size of the rear quarter window now. At the highest point of the quarter window was 9 1/8, so that's what I made it there. Now it was just a hair off, but I'm not worried about that. Like I say, no show car, right? Okay, let's get on the other side. You can see that. See what this side looks like. You know, it still doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look as chopped with that wider door window. All right. So, let me come around to this side again. Get my shadow out of the way. Back up and you see the whole car a little bit better. I think it looks much better. Much better. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Cool. It's going to take me a while to you know, finish grind and then weld the entire cuts, and then I got to put the inside piece, you know, the inside pieces here have to go on. But that's nothing. This was the hard part. That was the hard part. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love it. Okay. Let me get back to work. I'll start tacking some more in, and I'll start working on it some more here. And cool. Oh, I'm not going to use those Zeus fittings for here. I decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a hidden piece. So I'm going to mount a spring down under behind the cowl here, and it'll just pull up, and you know, it may be over here on the apron where it holds it down. But I think I'm going to use some kind of spring or latch. I found some cool for some racing products company online for vintage racers, and it's like a piece you mount here, and you pull it down. It's like a rubber T-handle, and you pull it down, you put it on the latch. I may even get those. Let me just pull it down, because I really didn't like how the Zeus fittings, it just didn't, I don't know, just the way they looked, it just didn't look like it would go with a hot rod, you know, or at least this hot rod. I'm sure there are cars out there that they would look great on, but in my opinion, I wanted something different. You know, I thought that they'd be okay, and bought them and kind of laid them up against there to see what they would look like, and I'm like, you know what, nah. But okay, giant step forward here. Cool. I gotta get back to work. Bye.